comfortable seated position. Really just having energy through the crown of the head, drawing your senses inward. Starting to connect with your breath. And for this class, I actually want to focus on one of the niyamas. Niyamas are observances that are inward that we use to improve ourselves. This one's going to be about self-study, called vinyasa. We're very fortunate that we have this practice to look inward, to see what's going on, maybe to look at our habits on the mat in hopes to make improvements and go in the direction to become people that we want to be and useful in the world. So with that in mind, closing your eyes, observing your breath, taking note if it's choppy or constricted. Letting go of any tension in the jaw. Just try to find a little bit of balance and an equilibrium, trying to even out the inhales and the exhales. Using the full capacity of the rib cage. Being present in the body. Just taking a few breath cycles. Observing any fluctuations in the mind. Using the breath to keep yourself centered and focused. Breathing into the belly, letting it relax. Seeing how that lets go of any tension in the shoulders or the neck. Maybe breathing into your low back. Just taking note of the relationship between your abdominals, your low back and pelvis, your second chakra. Wherever you are on the breath, exhale. Taking a nice deep inhale. Exhale. Again, inhale. Exhale. Last time, inhale. Exhale. Go ahead, dropping the chin down, taking gentle head circles in one direction. And when you're ready, taking that in the opposite direction. Letting the throat relax, head be nice and heavy. Softening in the shoulders and the ribs. Coming back up to neutral, scooping up the left, taking a gentle stretch over to the right. And coming up and over, opposite side. And a few more times, side to side, up and over. Inhale up and over. Again, up and over. And up and over. Coming up to neutral, placing your hands onto your knees. We're just gonna go ahead and kind of taking circles in one direction. And then really using the contact with the knees to go a little bit deeper. Seeing what's going on in your body today, your mind. Incorporating the self-study into our warm-up and kind of assessing what needs a little bit of work and attention. Taking that in the opposite direction. From here, we're gonna go ahead, come into child's pose. Toes are gonna be together, knees are gonna be nice and wide. Arms are gonna be stretched out in front of you. And relaxing the shoulders down the back, feeling the shoulder blades kind of draping over your mid-spine. Inhale. Exhale. Again, inhale. Exhale. Walking the fingertips to the left diagonal, right hand stacks on top of the left, keeping the forehead down, right hip stays back. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Taking it to the opposite diagonal, left hand stacks on top of right, left hip stays back, left ribs open. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, coming back to neutral, coming onto all fours, taking a few cat-cows here. Inhale, bringing the chin up, tucking the toes under. And exhale, rounding out. A few more times. Inhale, bringing the chin up. Exhale, rounding out. 2 more times. Inhale, bringing the chin up. Exhale, rounding out. 1 last time. Inhale, chin goes up. And exhale, rounding out. Taking some movement on your own, swaying the hips from side to side, trying to break up any tight fascia, that connective tissue that kind of binds our body, reinforces negative holding patterns, maybe from a former injury. Taking a moment, focusing on the wrist, having the fingers facing your knees, shifting your weight forward and back. Maybe having a slight bend in the elbows there. Whew. Then coming up onto the tops of the hands, maybe 1 hand, 2 hands. Again, you can shift your weight forward and back, keeping your core engaged if it helps prevent dumping into those joints. Coming back to neutral, opening up the calf for just a moment. Shout out to Eugene, shifting the weight back and forth. Not only opening up the calf, but this helps prevent plantar fasciitis. Good. And then taking it to the opposite side, right leg extends back, shifting the weight back and forth, opening up a little bit of mobility in that big toe joint. Okay. And coming back to neutral, just taking a nice shoulder opener, right arm reaches up. And exhale, threading the arm under, extending the opposite arm forward, relaxing the temple onto the mat. Hips can stay lifted, exhale. Then walking that extended hand further away from you, trying to create more space in the spine and the shoulders. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, slowly coming up, unfurling, bringing that arm up to the ceiling. And exhale, lowering the hand down, taking it to the opposite side. Inhale, left arm reaches. Exhale, threading the arm under, extending the right arm out, hips stay lifted. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Again, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, slowly coming up, unfurling, bringing that arm up to the ceiling. And on the exhale, place the hands down, tucking the toes under, pedaling out the feet, taking a gentle downward facing dog here. Shifting your weight from side to side. If you want to focus on opening up the calves, really visualize those heels dripping toward the mat. Good. Here we're gonna come back down onto our knees. I personally hate this yoga pose, which probably means that we should do it because we never do it. Literally had people call it screaming yoga pose, yoga toe pose. Wow, that's a mouthful. Tucking the toes under. Option one, I could really just do option one, placing your hands just kind of to your knees and then shifting your weight up. So you're really opening up, the bottom of the feet. Some people have no problem with this. This feels terrible for me. So go ahead, taking an exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One last time. Inhale. Exhale, letting those toes relax, shifting your weight, opening up the chest and the front of the thighs here. You can actually do this with the toes tucked under. That's absolutely an option. I'm not going to do that right now, but you can. Otherwise, I have my toes untucked. I'm sitting on my feet. Fingers are going to be facing my heels, and I'm simply just going to think about lifting my pelvis up, opening up the front of the thighs, opening up the chest, and letting the head go back. Staying here for about 5 breath cycles. Fingers are facing my toes here. Chest is lifting, taking this as a heart opener. Taking one last inhale, exhale, really trying to lift that pelvis up. And on the exhale, lowering the hips down, shifting the weight forward, now coming into a downward facing dog, pedaling out the feet. Good. Having a nice bend in your knees, walking your hands toward your feet, bending your knees, rolling up vertebrae by vertebrae. Head is the last thing to come up. And go ahead, shake it out, coming to a nice neutral stance. This is going to be a little bit of shoulder, chest, and back opener. We're going to interlace our fingers. Elbows are going to be nice and wide. Feet are going to be hips distance apart. And on the exhale, we're just going to round forward and coming on up. And as we go up, letting the head go back. We're going to take about 4 or 5 circles in each direction at your own time. Playing with where you bend your knees. Good. Letting that chest really open as the head goes back. Having a nice sense of circularity, continuous motion. When you're ready, taking that in the opposite direction. And seeing if any of the movement is choppy and how you can make it a little bit softer, having one thing lead into the next. Once you feel even, you're going to come on up to a neutral spine. Take this series of swan dives and then we're going to reverse it. So I'm just kind of in the center of my mat. And this way you can see kind of from the side view. Both arms are going to come up, kneecaps are going to be lifted. My feet are hips distance apart, shoulders down the back. And I'm going to shift my weight toward the balls of the feet and kind of swan dive forward. Legs stay straight if possible. And then bringing the palms together, rolling up. And then taking that about 5 times. Really trying to articulate through the spine, opening up the chest and the hips, allowing yourself to get deeper with each iteration. Really feeling your back open up and the backs of the legs. One or two more times, and then we're actually going to reverse it. So the reverse from the forward fold, the palms are together. I'm up about halfway, and then we take this reverse swan dive where the head and the chin initiates,
And then we roll through at the top. You should start to feel your back warming up as well. This is actually a warm up that we'll often do backstage at the Met Opera, especially if you're a cover or swing and you've been thrown on at last minute and you want to try to warm up your body as quickly as possible. It's an old dancer trick. Taking this about 2 or 3 more times. From the last time of standing, we're going to look up, bring hands to heart center, kneecaps pulled up. Coming to the back of the mat, starting to engage our core, also warming up our spine just slightly. We're going to bring both arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Taking that half lift a few times. So inhale, half lift. Forward fold. Again, inhale, half lift. Forward fold 2 more times. Inhale, half lift. Forward fold. Last time, inhale, half lift. And forward fold, bending your knees, walking your hands out into a plank position. Core engaged here for 3, 2, 1. Lowering down knees, chest, chin, or you could just do the full chaturanga. Come to low cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale, seat to heels. Child's pose, please. Staying here for just a moment, relaxing your shoulders, your hips. Coming up to sitting on your knees for just a moment. We've done this before, but in case you haven't, I'll show you what we're doing. So from child's pose, we're going to roll forward and then simply take 1 push-up and then extend the legs, bringing the chin up, coming back neutral. So I'll talk you through it. So inhale, rolling through onto the knees and taking 1 push-up and extending the legs out and hips go back. Taking that 2 more times. Inhale, rolling forward. Exhale, 1 push-up. Extending the legs and hips go back. Last time. Inhale up. 1 push-up. Variation upward facing. And seat to heels, tuck the toes under, downward facing dog. From here, just picking up the right leg, trying to keep the hips down, right hip, right toes are going down, hips are square to start, really opening up that left calf as it goes into the mat, and then picking up that leg, bending the knee, opening up the hip. And then straightening the leg up, and then gently placing it down, downward facing dog. Opposite side, bringing the toes to be facing the mat, foot is flexed, hips square. And then picking up the leg, bending the knee. Good. And extending the leg up and lowering that foot down. Coming into downward facing dog, bending the knees, slowly walking the feet up to the front of the mat. We inhale, taking a half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms up overhead, looking up at thumbs. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, right leg goes back, low lunge. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, rolling forward into a high plank. Exhale, lowering down knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, peeling the body up. Exhale, downward facing dog. On our inhale, lifting the heels up. Exhale, heels go back down. 2 more times. Inhale, heels up. Exhale, heels down. Last time. Inhale, heels up. Exhale, heels down. Inhale, bringing the left leg forward, low lunge. Exhale, feet together, forward fold. Inhale, arms up overhead, looking up at thumbs. Exhale, hands to heart center. Repeating opposite side. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, left leg back, low lunge. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward, high plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, bringing the torso up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, bending the knees nice and deeply and straightening up. Again, inhale, bending the knees. Exhale, straightening. Last time, bending the knees. Exhale, straightening. Inhale, bring the right leg forward, low lunge. Exhale, feet together, forward fold. Inhale, arms up overhead, looking up at thumbs. Exhale, hands to heart center, preparing for chair pose. Inhale, arms up, seat back. Exhale, sinking deeper. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, sinking deeper. One last time, inhale, chest lifts. Exhale, forward fold. From here, bending the right knee, coming on the outside of the left foot, right fingertips down. And then just bringing that left arm up into a T shape. Good. Option to bend that arm behind your back. Fingers making contact with the thigh. Or simply just spiraling the ribs open. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, bringing that left arm up. Exhale, forward fold. Interlace your fingers behind you. Have this ragdoll stance. Letting go of any tension in the back. And taking it to the opposite side. So bending left knee outside of the right foot. Left fingertips down. Bringing that right arm up. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, twisting. Option to bend that top arm, making contact with the thigh. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, twisting. Inhale, coming on up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, taking a reverse swan dive. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, flat back half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, right leg goes back, low lunge. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward, high plank. Exhale, lowering down. Inhale, bringing the torso up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts up. Exhale, bringing the foot through in between the hands. Rotate back heel down, bringing both arms up, warrior one. Shoulders relaxed. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Mirror interlace your fingers behind you, squaring off the hips and the shoulders, lifting up the chest. And on the exhale, diving forward, right arm goes on the inside of that right arm inside of right knee. Humble warrior. Try to keep the hips square. Visualize the low back opening up for 3, 2, 1. From here, we're going to bring both arms in line with our ears. Nice long spine, taking a steeple grip here. Here, we're going to shift our weight forward, coming into warrior 3. Flexing that back foot. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last time, inhale. Exhale, placing both hands down, coming into a standing split, kicking that left leg up. Option to stay here. If you want to have a quadricep stretch, your right hand can make contact with the left foot. Try to bring that left heel to your left bottom cheek. Continuing to stay here for 3. Exhale, 2, 1. Extending the leg up, bending the front knee, coming into a low lunge twist from here. Left hand goes down, right arm goes up. Hip stays square for 3. Exhale, 2, 1. Placing that right hand down, taking a flow, child's pose, whatever you need. And we'll take that to the opposite side. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, bringing the foot through in between the hands, rotate the back heel down. Inhale, bringing both arms up, warrior one, shoulders relaxed. Back knee nice and lifted. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, interlacing your fingers behind you. Inhale, chest lifts, nice heart opener here. Exhale, humble warrior. Really trying to have that elbow make contact, shoulder make contact with the knee, opening up the low back for 3, 2, 1. Bringing your arms out by your ears, having a steeple grip, staying here, nice long spine, core engaged before we go into warrior 3. Energy in that back foot, trying to have the hips square. Inhale, exhale. One last inhale. And on your exhale, releasing both hands down, kicking up that right leg, standing split. Option to stay here or make contact, opposite hand to foot for 3, 2, 1. And extending that leg up to the ceiling, lowering down into a low lunge twist. Right hand stays down, left arm lifts. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, lowering that hand down, stepping it back, and taking a flow. Coming into child's pose for just a moment. Arms stretched down in front of you. Taking note of how your mind is working. We are going to do it one more time. And now that you know the sequence and the pattern, really taking this opportunity for a self-study. When you're ready, tucking the toes under, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, bringing the foot through in between the hands, rotate the back heel down, bringing both arms up, warrior 1. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, interlacing the fingers behind you, lifting up the chest for a heart opener. And then exhale, diving forward, humble warrior. Inhale, right hip goes back, exhale. Bringing those arms out in front of you into a steeple grip, engaging your back, shifting your weight forward, come into warrior 3. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, lowering the fingers down, kicking the back leg up, standing split. Option to make contact with that ankle, with the back foot for 3, 2, 1. Extending the leg up, bending the front knee, taking a gentle low lunge twist. And when you're ready, lowering that arm down, stepping back, downward facing dog. Taking a flow. And preparing for the opposite side. Inhale, left leg lifts up. Exhale, bringing the foot through. Rotate the back heel down. Both arms up, warrior 1. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, interlacing your fingers behind you, lifting the chin up. Chest lifts, and taking a gentle forward fold. Humble warrior here. Left hip stays back, low back opens. Bringing your arms by your ears, taking a steeple grip. Nice strong spine, shifting the weight forward into a warrior 3. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, lowering the hands down, kicking up the back leg to a standing split. Wrapping that left arm around the ankle For 3, making contact with the foot if you wish. 2, 1, and coming into a low lunge twist. Left arm is up. Inhale. And exhale, release, lowering that hand down, step it back, downward facing dog. Option to take a flow before we move on. Coming up onto your toes, bending your knees, looking forward, stepping or jumping to the front of your mat, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, both arms up overhead, looking up at thumbs. Exhale, hands to heart center. Shaking it out, letting it go. Scooping up the right arm, just taking a gentle stretch to the side. And then taking a gentle forward, neutral stance, rolling up through the side. Other side, left arm lifts and over. Bending forward, rolling up. Few more times, up and over. Rolling forward and up. Last time. And over. Rolling forward and up. Oh. Coming to the front of your mat. Oh, I'm winded. I don't know if you are. Okay, hands heart center. Inhale, both arms reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, left leg goes back, low lunge. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, slowly rolling forward into a high plank. Exhale, lowering down. Inhale, bringing the torso up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, rounding forward, knee to nose, and then gently placing that foot between the hands. Rotate the back heel down. Cartwheel the arms up into warrior 2. Feeling a nice opening. You bring the palms up, really feeling that chest lifting just for a moment. Your inhale, bring both toes forward, bringing both arms up. And our exhale, taking a forward fold, interlacing your fingers behind you. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Again, inhale. Exhale, release. From here, we're going to go through a low lunge and actually go immediately into a lizard pose. So from here, I'm actually going to try to keep my toes a little bit forward. They could turn out just slightly. On my back toes are tucked underneath. And then from here, option just to stay here, or if you do want to go onto the forearms, you can absolutely do that. Really trying to open up the front of that left hip flexor. Good. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last time, inhale. Exhale, lowering that knee down. Then we're going to shift our weight back. We're coming into this half split, staying high up on this knee, trying to flex these right toes back. It's really going to open up our calf. And then from here, I want you to really visualize these toes, really going all the way out to one side, seeing how that stretches another part of your leg. And then think about rotating the toes in just a little bit. So rotate the toes out. Woo. And neutral / in. And out. And neutral. One more time. Toes go out to the right. And neutral. Option to stay here or sitting back on that foot for 3, 2, 1. Shifting your weight forward. Stepping back, downward facing dog. Options to take a flow. I'm going to skip it, but you can do it if you wish. Before we go into the left side. When you're ready, left leg is going to lift up. Exhale, rounding forward, knee to nose, gently placing that foot in between the hands. Rotate the back heel down. Cartwheel the arms up into a warrior 2. Energy reaching in opposite directions. Palms could be up. Bringing the gaze up just slightly. And bringing the toes forward. Good. Lifting both arms up. And exhale, taking a gentle forward fold. Option to make contact with your big toes or your heels, or you could actually have the tops of your hands making contact with the floor and trying to bend your elbows to pull your torso a little bit deeper. Continuing to stay here for 3, 2, 1. Slowly coming up and out of it, coming to neutral, taking a low lunge, and taking lizard pose. Left leg is in front. Option to come down onto the forearms. Good. Try to have the left foot stay totally flat, and the back kneecap is going to be lifted. That's a little different than what we normally do. You can shift your weight back and forth because that helps open up the right hip flexor. And when you're ready, lowering that knee down, coming up, shifting the hips back, both hands on either side of that extended foot. Exhale. Inhale. And then those left toes are going to go out to the left, turning out. Woo. And then coming back to neutral. Taking that again, left toes go out. And neutral. Last time, toes go out. Oh. And neutral. Option to stay here for a deeper stretch or to sink back onto that foot. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Again, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, shifting your weight forward, coming into a downward facing dog. Option for one last flow of class before we slow things down even more. Sitting up onto your heels for just one moment. Hands to heart center. Okay. Right, we're doing well, tiny guys. So from here, we're going to come into camel pose. So we're going to come up to standing onto our knees. Fingers are going to be facing down. Chest is going to be nice and lifted. We're slowly going to bring the gaze up. Option 1 is just to stay here. Option 2 is to slowly reach back toward your heels. The full expression of the pose. When you're ready, without twisting or turning, coming on up, come to seated on your heels. Taking a few moments here, studying your breath, taking note of any hormones, endorphins that release through that posture. Here we're going to come onto our back. I'm going to take a few bridges here. So, they're going to be hips distance apart. And just start slowly going to lift the pelvis up, interlacing our fingers behind us, get our hips distance apart. Taking note that the weight is kind of toward our big toes and not out toward our pinky toes. Softening the front of the chest so that the collarbones be nice and wide. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last time, inhale. Exhale, slowly letting go of the fingers, rolling down vertebrae by vertebrae. Bringing your knees into your chest just for a moment. And we're going to take another set. You could do exactly what you did. You could take a wheel, whatever feels best for you, any variations thereof. When you're ready, slowly coming down. Windshield wiper, bring the knees side to side, bring those arms out into a T shape. From here, we're going to take a figure 4, threading the needle, so to speak, and we're literally going to take this figure 4 shape and flex both feet. And I'm going to move it just over to the left, and then the sole, my right foot, is making contact with the floor. You can even bring that foot up a little bit higher, and then that right knee is going to move away from my face. Should be a nice opening in the IT band. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Again, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, coming back up through neutral. Left leg is going to stay firmly rooted on the mat. Right leg is going to extend up. Opening up the back of that hamstring. And then bringing that right leg out to the side. You could extend that left leg nice and long. Just trying to get a nice opening in that inner thigh. For 3, 2, 1. Bending the knee, coming back to neutral. I'm going to take that to the opposite side. So taking a figure 4, threading the legs through. Good. Threading through, thread the needle. And then this left foot is going to make contact with the floor. So I'm flexing both feet, and then my left arm is going to extend out to the side. My right hand is making contact with that left ankle, and that left knee is moving away from my face. Feeling a nice opening, IT band. Inhale. Exhale. Again, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, coming back to neutral. Right leg stays down, left leg lifts, opening up the back of the leg. Giving your calf a little bit of a massage. And then if it feels good for you, moving that left leg out to the side, right leg could extend nice and long. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Again, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, slowly coming up through neutral. Gonna come up to a seated position. Move on for a little bit more hip openers. So to start, I'm gonna have my right leg in front, my left leg out to the side, and then I'm going to internally and externally rotate this back thigh. So just trying to get a little bit of movement going. So right leg's in front, left leg is also bent behind. And then from here, I'm going to try to do a reverse prayer behind my back, just to open up my chest. You could also grab either elbow behind you. Staying here for 3, 2, trying to relax that bum cheek to the ground, 1. And releasing down, taking it to the opposite side. So left leg's going to be bent, right leg's going to be behind. And then just taking a moment to internally and externally rotate that thigh bone. And then bring your hands in a reverse prayer behind your back, lifting up the chin, bringing that kind of bum cheek relaxing toward the mat for 3, 2, 1. Slowly coming up. So from here, we're going to take kind of a baby cradle. So I'm going to pick up my right leg, and ideally, my hands are kind of on the outside of like my right shin calf area. And I'm just going to rock this back and forth. Yeah. And then from here, ideally, I'm getting my 2 peace fingers with my big toe, extending that leg out, or just grabbing your ankle, your calf, any variation thereof. You can bring that leg out to the side. You can bring it more front, whatever feels good for you.
And here we're going to take half pigeon on the right. Setting yourself up however you need. This is always a great opportunity for self-study. We have a tendency to start to check out at this point, start going through our afternoon to-do list, but really bringing yourself back onto your mat, attention inward toward the body. Trying not to get fidgety, but having the patience to follow through. Allowing yourself to sink a little deeper, making any adjustments to do so. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last time, inhale. Exhale. If you're ready, slowly starting to bring yourself up. Option to take full expression of the pose. And we'll slowly take it to the opposite side. Ooh. So from here, starting with our rock the baby. Good. Flexing that foot, kind of shifting from side to side with the left. And then extending that leg out. You can grab your two peace fingers or any variation thereof. Really trying to open up that calf, the hamstring. And then bring that leg out to the side. You could go up if that feels good for you. Roll out the ankle. And when you're ready, taking half pigeon on the left.
allowing yourself to go deeper. This idea of softening, not fighting against your body, but working with your body. When you're ready, taking a few more breaths, slowly starting to bring yourself up. Option to take the full expression of the pose. And from here, you have about a minute or two to finish any last things that you need. Any last posture, shoulder stand, headstand, fish pose, whatever you need to complete your practice. Any arm balancing that you may be working on. And we will meet in final Shavasana. Take your time finishing anything that you need to finish. Feel free to prop yourself on any furniture that you need. You could put your feet up against a wall or use a chair. Prop yourself up on pillows, whatever you need to kind of make this special. And I'm going to kind of kick us off with a bit of a guided meditation. Trying to still the mind. Still doesn't mean stagnant. I want you to visualize for a moment that you are floating above a warm pool filled with all these healing oils and minerals. We're slowly going to dip our body into this pool, starting with our toes. And as we slowly let ourselves get immersed in the pool, have this sense of healing and relaxation, one body part at a time. So starting with our toes, our arches, heels and our ankles. Really visualizing a difference between your feet and the rest of your body. Working our way up to our ankles. And our shins and our calves. Coming to our knees. All those insertions around the knee, the ligaments. Working our way up to our thighs, each of the quadriceps, the hamstrings. Bring our way up to our hip flexors. To our glutes, our low back. Our abdominal area. Letting go of any tension in that low back, working our way up to our mid back and our ribs. Having that healing water. Work our way up to our chest and our shoulders, our blades. Not forgetting about our arms, our deltoids, biceps, enveloping our physical body, taking note of the wrists and the fingers, palms. Working our way back up through the hands, arms, and paying attention to our neck, especially the back of the neck and how it connects our upper body. Sending some love into that space, releasing the jaw, the ears, the back of the head. Just taking a moment, have this floating sensation, feeling grounded in the mind, but light in the physical body. Visualizing one thing you want to let go of that's no longer serving you. Have that leave your body with every exhale. And with every inhale, finding one thing in which you're grateful for. Exhaling the negative. Inhaling the positive. Can you really focus your mind? When you're ready, slowly starting to deepen your breath. Moving in any way that feels organic to you. And coming up to a comfortable seated position when you're ready. And bringing your hands to heart center. Coming back to this idea of self-study. Noticing our tendencies, our thought patterns. To quote Patanjali, study thyself and it will lead you to the divine. Namaste. All right. Thank you guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. Stay well, stay healthy. And I will see you on Sunday, if not next week. Yeah.
Thanks so much.
My pleasure. Let me know if the internet connection was a little funky. I'm still figuring it out in a new space. That was good?
It was good.
Okay, good. Yay! Thank you guys. Enjoy your day.
Thank you.